All right, guys, it's about 1 o'clock, which is showtime. So, won't lie here. It seems like I'm having a little bit of a computer issue with the processing. So I think I'm going to look glitchy, but hopefully I sound okay. This is supposed to be a longer episode today, but if this is going to continue like this, it might actually end up being a short one, and we'll try again tomorrow. Hi, my name's Lynn Clementi. This is the very first show for Baby Talk. Work in progress. That name is a work in progress. If you like it, let me know in the comments. If you are watching, say hi, let me know. That's how I will be interacting with you. So far, yeah, hi. Okay, I got a like. Sweet. Super awesome, guys. I'm super excited to be kicking this off. To be honest, a little nervous because I have to just sit here and talk at a camera and alone in a room, which is a little weird. But I've been practicing on my Facebook page, and Bert and I did a test run on YouTube on Saturday night, which was to nobody. Hi, Savita. Thanks so much for saying hi. Check this out, guys. What am I doing here? Let me go to this. I want to do this, but do this. This is fun. Hi, Corinne! Thanks so much for watching. All right, check this out. Oh, I love my friends for being so supportive. So this is pretty cool. I can do this. Look at that. I can pop up your comments on the screen so you guys know who I am responding to. Isn't this pretty professional or what? It's a good start at least. So like I was saying, and let's see how this looks when I have 2 comments there. That's pretty cool too. Hi. I love this. I have been working on learning this live streaming stuff since October. Let me give you a little background just in case you are unaware. This all started because when the pandemic hit, Bert and I decided to do bingo via Zoom for our friends and family. And I also started coaching our boot camp sessions on Zoom too. That all happened, back last March or April. Thanks, Savita. She says this is cool. Yes. Awesome. That's what I was going for. So I really just wanted to make sure that our Zoom sessions were looking good. So I joined this tech group. I've been taking these classes and stuff ever since October. And the group is really for live streamers, people that do like Twitch and OBS or use OBS to stream games, but also people that have YouTube channels on different topics, all sorts of things. There's crafters out there, work people, leaders and stuff like that. And this group just motivated me. I'm like, I wish I had something to talk about in a show. So I'm personally going through my fertility journey. So I decided, hey, what better opportunity than to make this channel? So I'm going for it. I'm just jumping in, and I've been preparing for a while. And the thing I keep saying to myself is you just got to start, because if you just keep, not doing it, you're never going to get better. So here we are. And this week, I hope every day, if you pop in for a couple minutes each day, you'll see that I'm getting a little bit better at this. I have 2 different programs that I use. One's on my Mac, which is a 2013 MacBook Pro, which is old. And I'm realizing it can't handle what I want to be doing. So it looks like my video is a lot smoother now. So that's good. Okay, so I think I can go a little bit longer. And then if you're just joining us and you're watching out there, say hi to me. I'd love to know that you're here. And if you're brand new, if I don't know you, please definitely say hi. I invited a few friends to come and watch today because I just needed a little bit of support, and I'm a little nervous going to live to, a huge audience. So got to work up to it, get that confidence first. Where was I? So I've got 2 programs. My Mac is running on Ecamm Live. Look at this. I even have a little mug to show, my support for the program. Love it. And then I also bought a new PC, which is a lot stronger, more powerful, and has a program called vMix. And that can handle a lot cooler, and more complicated things like interviews and stuff like that. So I either need to get a new Mac. Don't tell Bert I said that. Well, he's aware, and he said no already, but we'll see what happens. Or I need to somehow figure out how to. I basically set up 2 studios in my house. One for this, the live stream, which I kind of repurposed my craft room into a studio. And then we have our normal setup, which I use almost daily for the Zoom workouts that I do, and then the bingo events that we get hired to do a couple times a month. So I have to figure out how can I get that awesome setup in both locations. Hi, Kelly! Kelly, I'm going to pop you up here. Hi! Kelly's my best friend. I can't wait I'm going to make her be my first guest once I feel confident that I can bring a guest on without crashing the program. She doesn't know that. Well, now she does. Kelly, you're going to be my first guest. Surprise. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday. We'll see when we get there. But speaking of guests, guys, love to tell you who I've got lined up. And then what I'd love to dig into is, what are the topics that you'd love for me to cover on these shows? The way I hope to break this up is because I know that, talking about pregnancy doesn't apply to the people that are, new moms now or, still trying. So I've organized the schedule to be Mondays are going to be health and body. And that's going to cover everything from the supplements to what we're... Kelly's a little nervous about being a guest. That's okay, Kelly. Don't worry. I'm nervous too, but it'll feel like a conversation just between the two of us. It'll be fun. Mondays are going to be about health and wellness. And this can even be applicable to partners and, the people supporting the people going through whatever these things are. So we're going to talk about what's actually in the things that we use and consume. We're going to talk about how our bodies actually work. Going through this, I've learned so much about my ovaries and eggs and follicles and everything like that. I think having a better understanding of that is going to help other people in their journey. So that's Mondays are going to be all about that health and body. Tuesdays are going to be for people going through infertility and fertility. It's a long journey. It's a short journey. It's a whole lot of different journeys. No one's is the same. But we're going to share those stories so that we can help each other, maybe speed that along for some people and definitely offer support for people that need it. Wednesdays for people that are going through pregnancy, sharing those stories, tips, and, things to expect. I think there's a lot there. Thursdays are going to be for postnatal and postpartum, so people who just had their babies. And then Friday's going to be specifically or especially for the partners and the supporters of the people that are going through these journeys, right? We can't forget this is not a one person job to have a baby. There are two, and that partner plays a very important role in having a baby. So how's this sound, guys? Do you guys like this? Are you still with me here? Let's see, I've got only one person watching. So whoever you are out there, thanks for sticking around. It might just be Bert that's got me on. That's okay too. But I'm going to keep going because people might rewatch this later, and this is a very good intro video. And if you are rewatching it later on, the comment section of this YouTube video will be open for a long time, and I'll check on it because I'll get notified. So if you're watching this and you have comments about ideas and topics that you'd love to see me cover, please let me know. So let's get into, thanks, Corinne. Corinne likes the plan. I would love to share with you guys next who I've already talked to about coming onto the show, because that might get you excited. Thanks, Kelly. Glad you're still here. Okay, cool. Awesome, guys. Thanks. Yee! Okay, so you're going to see a lot of soccer people coming up first. And Savita's still here too. Hi, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. The guests that I have lined up are going to be a lot of soccer friends, because I've noticed when you're part of a sports team, especially for a long time, that you guys, I don't know, my experience is that I grow very close to those people and you care about them and you share these kinds of intimate, pieces of life. A lot of the people on my soccer team have gone through this before me, and I'm kind of lucky that they're there and happy to offer their support. Kelly and Corinne are two of those examples. I know Lauren would have been here. I invited her today. She'll be on later this week. But I reached out to somebody that I know that is currently pregnant, recently moved into my neighborhood here in Chicago, and I haven't played soccer with in probably 10 years, maybe even longer. And she is excited to come on and be a guest and share her experience. She's 36 weeks along. Laura Murphy is going to join me. She is, her and her partner, her wife, are super excited, and I can't wait to bring their story to the forefront, because this is not just about, husband and wife couples or, partners or just women. This is, this is about all partners, all partnerships. And it's also about the friendships that are part of the journey too. So that leads me into another guest I'm super excited about. My friends Caitlin and Danny from the Dollhouse. They have their own social media brand and marketing and everything. They are freaking amazing. And they actually have experience doing podcasts. And I can't wait to have them on. So I'm hoping to bring them on for one of our Friday ones where we're talking about, how friends can be supportive to their friends that are going through this process. You guys are gonna love them. They're so much fun. They're two really awesome characters, and they do great stuff for supporting other women, businesses, and brands. And you're gonna love them. My great friend Lauren Fallon is going to be a guest, not just once, but probably a few times. And the reason is because she actually runs support groups for people going through fertility, pregnancy, and postpartum. And we're hoping to, with this group, this support group, this channel and everything like that, help women that find us find the support that can help them out. There's some tough times that we go through, going through a few years or whatever time it is that you feel a point where you are just exhausted from trying to get pregnant. And it's hard. You feel alone. I'm hoping this channel will help you not feel alone. But if you need that extra support, that real connection to talk to a professional, to be in a group setting that can help you get through that, that's what Lauren is bringing, her professional groups that she is completely certified, 100% certified and qualified to run. And she'll talk about that. She'll talk about her certifications and everything like that and what these groups are like so that you can feel more comfortable joining them if that's something that you need. As we get into the pregnancy group, loss is a really tough thing to deal with. And that's another thing that we will touch on. It's a subject that's going to be, not a fun one. But we're going to have those very vulnerable conversations, talk to people who've gone through it and the supporters and the partners and everything that's involved with that. And then postpartum. Postpartum depression is a real thing, and I don't think that we talk about it enough in society, and I think that we kind of brush it off just like a lot of people brush off depression. And I think our society is getting a lot better at that, right? Saying that it's okay to not be okay, and you have places like Sip of Hope, that partner up with these groups to help make, mental health, something that's okay to be talking about and recognizing in yourself that you need to take care of. I go to therapy every week. I've been going for 10 years now with the same therapist, I think. And I am a huge cheerleader for anybody that is going through therapy or wants to be in therapy. I always tell people, I think everyone should have a therapist. It's your secret keeper. It's someone that you can really dive into the feelings that you can't access on your own. So everyone should have a therapist. It's just like working out your muscles. You should be working out your emotional health as well. So we will definitely be connecting on that a lot. That'll be a theme in several of my my streams, right? Some other awesome guests that I can't wait to have. People have reached out to me just with their stories, whether they were a friend or someone that went through and just like came out to me and said, hey, I've got an awesome story. I'm not going to drop any names yet just because I haven't confirmed them. I haven't followed up with them. And I am just blown away by the openness that people have. They're okay with sharing this because they understand that by sharing their story, it's helping other people too. So, oh my God, I'm so pumped for this. I think that the community that we can build around this is so can be really supportive, kind of from that like trickle down effect. People that are pregnant now can help the people that are going through, fertility and infertility. And then the people that have had babies can definitely help those women that are currently pregnant and, hey, here's some tips on what to expect for that. I think that this is a much different format than, just reading articles or watching, playing YouTube, other people's YouTube stories, even though I'm putting mine out there too. I think that this live stream is unique because you guys can ask the questions. You guys can have your comments. I can bring people on as guests. It's a give and take. It's a conversation. It's a community. That's what I'm all about. So let me hear from you guys. today's supposed to be Monday, or today is Monday. It's not supposed to be Monday. Confirmed, it's Monday. Our topic today is health and body. So I'll kick it off with a few things that I'm thinking about covering on Mondays, but I'd love to hear ideas from you. So start thinking a little bit, and then feel free to throw it into the comments. And no idea is a bad idea. And if I ask for clarification, please continue that conversation with me in the comments. Supplements is a big one that I kind of want to kick off early. And I'm going to reference a book. I have it here. It starts with the egg. This book is by Rebecca Fett. Actually, Kelly was the one that had recommended it to me when I was first having a little bit of trouble conceiving. And I read it. And what this book does is kind of breaks down which supplements to be taking depending on your age or what issues you're having with your fertility. And also, if you're not, if you're just starting out, she has recommendations for that too. And it's, like the prenatals, yeah, no brainer. Actually, not no brainer. When I was first starting, I didn't know that I was supposed to be taking a prenatal while I was trying to get pregnant. I mean, there's a take home for you today. If it's your first time watching and you're trying to get pregnant, check out prenatals. Lots of different brands out there that have, different formulas in them. So, read through this book, or get this book or audiobook. And you can learn which supplements are good for you if you're just starting out. This is such a big one here. So supplements, we'll talk about that. There is something that, like, for example, today in one of the Facebook support groups that I'm in, one of the women said, hey, my CoQ10 or and I can't remember what else it's referred to as, but it's one of the ones that, like, people say, oh, I took that, and once I took that for 3 months, that's when we got pregnant, and they swear by it. So, and I take that one as well. But the brand that I particularly take now, someone said, hey, I got one with brown pills instead of the black or the dark brown pills. And people are like, oh yeah, there's a European one of that brand, and then there's a US one, and they're different. Like, how scary and confusing is this? So, being able to bring these things up, we get set on a path and we think that that's the right one. And then it's just like constantly changing and constantly updating. So hopefully by having these shows, we can just keep sprinkling in some new stuff, some new knowledge for you guys as we go along. So supplements is a big one for body. Next, I would love, I'm going to put it out here until I get one. If anybody has access to, like, those, like, models that they have at the doctor's office of different body parts, and you can, like, take them apart and they're, like, 3D and everything, you can touch them. You guys know what I'm talking about? I would love one of the female reproductive system so that I can have it, like, here and, like, hold it up and show, like, what we're talking about, because I still don't quite understand the scale of things going on down there. And right now, I'm going through IUI. Like, literally this week, we're supposed to be doing our transfer. Not transfer, I guess, is that, I don't need, see, this is the thing. I got to get all this lingo down right. This week is when we're supposed to put Bert's sperm in me at the doctor's office. And I am, like, sensitive to, like, what's going on down there for me. And it is feeling fuller. And this morning when I was working out, my normal workout and stuff, I was jumping around. I'm like, wait a minute, am I disturbing this? What's going on in there? So these are the kinds of things I want to dive into with people, ask professionals, bring them into the show, have them on as guests so that we can ask these questions as a community and learn. So insemination. Thank you, Kelly. That's the word I was looking for. Insemination. Put sperm in me at the doctor's office. It's a lot easier to say insemination. I'll try and keep that one in mind. See, Kelly, this is why I need you on as a guest with me. All right, body. What other ideas do you guys want to hear about? Or what if you've gone through this, if you've, gone through if you're pregnant or have kids, or you are currently going through infertility or fertility, what topics with the body and health do you want to hear about? Coffee and alcohol, or caffeine and alcohol, I know are a big topic. When is it okay? How much is okay? There is so much opinion on this, and I am going to put in the time and find some really reliable sources for us to bring forth and discuss and look at and decide if that's the thing that we want to I don't know. We all can form our own opinions based on these things. I am not going to force feed any opinion to you guys, other than that I think everyone should have a therapist. Well, not everyone. Anyway, that's the strongest thing that I would encourage to people. And just wellness in general. You know, taking care of ourselves. We can't have babies if we're not taking care of ourselves. So, I don't know. Kelly's always telling me, you know, try not to be stressed. But I feel like that's my constant state. That's what I am, always stressed. I'm trying not to be now. I feel calm. I feel relaxed. This is fun. Other topics for body and health. Okay, we talked about, I was thinking we'd save this one for April, because I think I'm going to plan out some of these topics for a few months out. I was thinking around, you know, April 20th. I have no idea what day of the week that falls on, but we would talk about THC, marijuana, CBD is a big one, you know, the effects of that. And that's another controversial one, but we're going to just explore all the different, you know, science and opinions out there and come to our own, you know, conclusions individually. Here's awesome. Corinne's got an idea here. Changes to your body or how you feel when taking fertility meds. Yes. Information and experiences with shots. And yeah, I think that would definitely be great on Infertility Journey Day, of course. Yes, last week I was on Clomid, and I'm going to include this in my vlog this week, but I was so uncomfortable for 2 days. It was groggy and kind of like a dull hangover. Yeah, absolutely. I had no idea I was going to feel like that until it happened. And then I went on coincidentally to the Facebook page, and other people were like, anyone else, you know, not feel great on Clomid? And then like 90 people responded like immediately, like, oh yeah, hot flashes, all the stuff. Excellent suggestion, Corinne. Yes. Yeah, changes to the body. I mean, but that could be on every single day, right? Yeah. Like we can talk about that journey for infertility, pregnancy, and postnatal. I mean, postpartum. I mean, our postpartum bodies. I mean, geez, let's talk about that. I'm super excited to dive into that. Yeah, Clomid. Yeah, Corinne. Yeah, it's not fun. Hopefully, but the thing is it didn't affect me the last couple days, or the last couple days I was on it, and I feel fine now. So that's kind of good. But I do feel a fullness in my like ovaries right now, which I think means the Clomid worked, I think. What else? This is good. I'm going to write that down. How we felt. Meds. How we feel. So yeah, if you guys can get your hands on one of those models of the reproductive system, definitely let me know. I haven't looked up how much they cost, but I figured I'd ask if anyone's got one, you know, an old dusty one laying around they want to send over to me before I go out and like purchase another one. Bert says I've spent enough money already, so... yeah, the trigger shot on IUI. Yeah, Kelly, that's one too. Oopsies. Hold on. Let me put that back up. What was your trigger shot reaction like? Was that, and you only had it happen once then. Was it your first time or was it, the second time? Well, you've had IUI, two times because you got lucky with Levi. Right before Kelly was going to do IUI the second, or I guess it would have been her third time, she got pregnant naturally. So, woo, way to go, Kelly. Hopefully that happens. I have what, Bert? There's a little bit of a delay when the comments come through. Sorry about that. I'll have to make sure that people know if they're commenting, you have to be a little bit longer with your responses. How we feel on meds, or on meds, changes to body. I was alone and basically Kelly, you passed. Oh my gosh. Okay, Kelly passed out. Fast heart rate. Do you think that was just? Oh, Bert says I've spent enough money, but wow, Kelly, do you think that was from the trigger shot or was it anxiety? Like. I have to say, with needles, I've passed out so many times in my life, even just being around somebody else. with, injections and blood and stuff like that. I've passed out so many, more than I can count on my two hands. And the last two times that I went in to give my blood, normally I'd ask them, hey, can I lay down? Just let you know I don't do well with this. Well, on Monday, it was a kind of a rushed thing because it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we had to just get it done. And there were two nurses. She's like, let's go, sit down, put the thing on my arm. All right. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting up right now. And guess what, guys? I didn't pass out, and it was amazing. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at the blood and the needles. But yeah, I am nervous. We have IVF scheduled to start in March, and I know that there's a lot of injections with that, and I am a bit apprehensive about it. I've been in the Facebook groups and know enough from the other people's comments that dealing with those shots on a daily basis are tough. But here Kelly says, to follow up with the trigger shot. Oop. Oh, okay. You called the doctor, and so it was the trigger shot itself. She called the doctor and was fine by the time I actually got someone on the phone after hours. So this was actually at home that you passed out. Gotcha. And it only happened the one time. Got it. Well, that's good to know. So when we do the trigger shot, we'll make sure that I'm sitting down and ready to pass out just in case that happens. Passing out is scary. It's not fun. And I don't know about you, Kelly, after you passed out, but when I wake up from passing out, it is extremely confusing. I don't know where I'm at. In those very small, that short amount of time, it's very vivid that I'm somewhere else doing something else with someone else. It's very confusing when I come to and I'm like, wait, where I was just time traveling. I don't know. Maybe that is how we time travel. It's when we pass out. I don't know. Not really. But I don't like looking forward to the idea of passing out. And I always get really sweaty and then need to use the bathroom immediately afterwards. Happens. That's what happens to me, at least. Okay. Other body topics. Nutrition. And I've heard a lot about lunch meats and sushi and all the things that are on the do not eat list. And then there's a whole separate do eat this list. Rebecca Fett has a book that came out late last year. It's a cookbook all based around the Mediterranean diet. And that is what she recommends. And I think it's based on a lot of science. All of the stuff that she writes about is based on research and studies. She's got her degrees and everything like that as well, to qualify all this, which is why I really like listening to her books. It's based on her experience plus all the science and research that she's done. So the Mediterranean diet is, a lot of, vegetables and the healthy fats and the protein. Awesome. Okay. All right. I just got a notification on my computer that our internet's not allowing me to be at full quality for my broadcast. I don't know if it changed on your end, but I just got that pop up over here that maybe it's not as smooth as it was a second ago. Anyway, I think I'm still looking good. I should pop up just in case anyone's joining us late here. Here's my little logo. Again, work in progress. And in case you don't know, I am Lynn Clementi Hicks. Nothing like an intro in the middle of a video, right? That we're only almost a half an hour into. All right. So the Mediterranean diet is something that Bert's been following this cookbook and cooks meals about 5 times a week for us. It's awesome. What else have we been doing? We, cut back on the sugars and everything like that. And so we'll dive into what are some of the harder things for people to adjust when they're trying to get pregnant, things to supposedly steer away from or things to start consuming more of. So I think diet will be a big one. And I will not pretend to be an expert in that. I honestly really would love to have, oh my God, you guys, it would be such a dream to have Rebecca Fett on my show to talk about these things herself. It would be great. So I haven't had the nerve yet to reach out and ask her because I'm in the Facebook group and I know she comments sometimes. She's commented on my posts a few times actually in that group. But hopefully I'll get up the courage once the show is looking good and ask her to come on. She would be such a superstar guest. It would be so cool. Any other guests you guys would love to see that comes around, like, or not even, it doesn't have to be a specific person, but like, a certain kind of professional that you would love to have in here? Would you like it if I had like an RN or a doctor, to answer these health questions and stuff? Does that sound like a good idea? Who else could we bring on for health and wellness? I had wanted to get certified because I'm a certified coach for kettlebells. And that was 3 or 4 years ago that I did that. And I've been coaching ever since, but there are certain certifications for coaching pregnant women. And after pregnancy, I would love to do that. Talk about the right workouts and movements to do so that you don't get abdominal tearing. And there's a real word for that as well, where your abs already start to separate as you get pregnant. And then if you work out and really strain those muscles as they're already stretching, it's harder for them to grow back together afterwards. So I'd love to have someone talk about that. So working out while pregnant. All right. Oh, all right. We're about a half an hour mark here. And my goal this week is to, make a show out of these, which can be, I think, whatever feels natural, somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour. And considering my audience right now is 4 people, and there's not a lot of other comments and engagement coming from here. You guys are amazing for watching. Oh, I just had let me see here, getting a message. Oh, okay. Yes. This is Danny just texted me. I thought maybe she was watching. But she's asking if I'm going to do their program. Well, might as well plug this. I am all about promoting, the other businesses and stuff like that I think are useful for people going through this journey. Danny and Caitlin's channel is all about best friends. It's a really unique kind of channel. There's a lot of fashion and stuff like that too, but they really dive into how friendships change throughout life. It's really cool. They do a great job of that, and it's just perfect timing, I think, for my channel and their channel, their brand, to partner, because Caitlin's pregnant and Danny is her best friend, so it's like a kind of a win-win both ways there. Right now, I'll let Danny know that we are live streaming right now. Maybe she'll hop on for a second. I'm not sure. I know they're very busy too. What other guests do I have lined up? Oh, guys, talk about body, right? Actually, this probably will fall into one of our fertility days. No, I think I'm going to put this on a body day. I found out that a friend of mine, speaking of supporting businesses, friend of mine just launched a brand new business called Sex for Humans. LK is her name, and she is going to be a guest. She's already agreed to actually... at what time am I talking to her? Shoot, I don't know if it's at 1:30. I think it's 2:30 today I'm talking to her. I got to keep all my appointments straight. She is a therapist for couples and sex therapy, I believe. I don't know. She's going to have to tell you all of her qualifications and everything about that. That's what my call is with her later today, is to learn more about what this is. But I literally, before I saw that she announced this the other day, that she was starting this business, I was thinking, Bert, where do I find a sexpert to be a guest on my show? Somebody that can help us keep the magic in the bedroom as we're going through these journeys of infertility, pregnancy, and then postpartum. So that is going to be an awesome show where we can learn, hey, it doesn't have to be a chore in the bedroom. Want to keep that intimacy going even after you introduce children into your life. So that'll be a kinky episode. I can't wait to have that. And that's for everybody, right? That doesn't even just have to be people going through this journey. So we'll make sure that everybody knows when that conversation is coming up. What else? Okay. Well, guys, I think that we did any other suggestions out there, or ideas for who I can invite to be on the show? A midwife. I would love to hear I'm writing that down because I have not written that one down on my list yet. Abdullahs, I think they're called. I want to know more about this and how to find one and who's had one and what their experience was like and if it's recommended. I want to talk to different, types of birthing plans, right? So some people choose to do this at home. Well, I think it's probably the majority of people usually do it in a medical facility, have their babies. But I would love to talk to, the different professionals for those different types of plans too. So if you know these people, reach out to me. Let me know, hook me up with them, especially if they've got a great personality on camera or maybe even have their own channel, because I think that this channel is going to grow by having these guests on and who they already influence and, can kind of bring them along. Hey, check out this channel, be part of this community. Also, I'm completely open. Like if you're like, wow, this community is really cool. It would be really awesome if you had a ... Would a Facebook group, another Facebook group out there be something that would be awesome for this? A website. I mean, is a website even needed for a live stream channel? I'm not sure. A podcast, I thought about, hey, I can record these and actually put them out there. So if people can't actually watch what we're doing, they can at least listen to the conversation. Because, I mean, it's nice to look at this and see all my hand gestures and everything. But I think that the content is really something you could possibly just listen to. And maybe you guys are right now, and that's great. I think I do that all the time when I'm working. I have a podcast on and kind of just tune into the things that I, catch on. It doesn't have to be super engaged. So that's the plan, guys. This is day 1 of what I hope to be, let's see, at least a year of streaming. Hopefully I get pregnant, keep you along for that journey. Have the baby, share that experience with you, and then after a year, if it's kind of fizzled out, we'll let it go, but who knows what'll happen? Who knows? Anyway, plan for this week, 1 o'clock Central Time every day. I'll be streaming for between 30 hours. Yeah, right, not even 30 hours in a day. 30 minutes and an hour each day. Hopefully each day you'll see not only my plants growing, but you'll see my tech growing and me. All right, guys, this is it. This is the end of day 1. If you watched, Savita, Kelly, Corinne, Robert, my husband, Bert, thank you so much for being so supportive in all this. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on this and commenting and saying hi. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Happy Monday. Bye.